Hello everyone, so welcome to our new channel called the Classic Recipes K&K. So why the name Classic Recipe? In this channel you will be seeing a lot of recipes from classic era, that is from our parents' time, from our grandparents' time, from our great-grandparents' time. So that's why we are calling it the classic recipes. And K&K for sure, it is Kuttu and Kuttu. So welcome to our new channel. Hope you like it. If you like, please subscribe and also hit the bell button. Thank you. So our first recipe in this new channel, the classic recipes K&K, is our favorite. Not just our favorite, it's our friends, relatives, everyone's favorite. It's our plum cake. So a little bit on this plum cake. So how did we learn this recipe? This actually came from my grandfather, that is from my dad's side. His name is Thomas Wenceslas Morris. So it came from him. I don't know whether he got it from his parents, we are not sure, but it came from my grandfather. So during our childhood days, we remember during Christmas time, just before 5 days, 7 days before Christmas time, ours was a joint family. My grandfather had 6 girls and 6 boys. So we all used to get together on that day and bake the cake. And this we used to bake maybe 20, 25, 30 kgs of cake, and then we used to split this among the families. So so this started during those days when we were just kids. This recipe my mother learned, and she was doing it, and now I've learned it from my mother. But there's a twist to it. So when they started baking, when my grandfather started baking, they used to add dalda. And then later when my mother started baking, she started adding butter. This is a mix of my family recipe and my husband's family recipe. So in my husband's side, my husband's father, Henry, he used to bake cake by using ghee. And this is actually homemade ghee. So he used to make butter from milk, and then from butter he used to make ghee. So this is homemade ghee. So he used to bake cake with ghee. So we thought, in order to make this yummy recipe, we mixed a little bit of the ingredients from my husband's side and from my side, and here we are, a plum cake that everyone loves. So let's not waste any more time and get to the recipe. Okay, so before we start making the batter, I will tell you what we need to add. So first is the icing sugar. So today we are going to make let's say 250 to 300 grams each ingredient. So maybe it will come like 1.5 kg cake. Okay. So I took icing sugar 250 grams, and then I have the flour, which is another 250 grams, and egg also. I kept it ready here. So this also you can weigh and take 250 grams. And then we have the plums. So this has tutti frutti, orange peel, cashew nut, raisins, and what else did I add? If you want, you can also add dates. My mother adds dates. In this part I didn't add dates, just these ingredients, and of course plums. So you get different kinds of plums, and even cherries, different colored cherries you get. So you can put it in a chopper and chop it like this, and you need to soak it. Our Christian plum cakes do have a little bit of alcohol, so I soaked it in rum. If you don't want to add alcohol, then I suggest you soak it in honey. But if you're soaking it in honey, make sure you add the icing sugar based on the sweetness. Okay, we don't want the cake to be very sweet. Okay, so so this is the fruits I had soaked a long time back, I think more than a month or two, You can make large quantity and put it in the fridge, and when you need, you can just take and bake. Okay, so this is the fruits that I'm using. Then this is the ghee. This again 250 grams, and this is Garam Masala. So we add a little bit of Garam Masala, maybe like 2 or 3 grams only. Okay, so this is Garam Masala, and this is cake seed. So this looks like cumin seed. It's called cake seed. So not sure. I tried to find it here in Dubai, but I didn't. So my mother said it for me. So you can add like 2 or 3 grams of cake seed. Then we have what is called nutmeg. In Malayalam it's called jadika. Okay, so here I didn't get jadika, the nutmeg. So I got the peel, which is jadipatri. So this is the powder of that, and this again, less than a gram, 0.5 gram or something. Yeah. Okay, so that is nutmeg. And then we have here salt. So I added like 3 grams of salt and 4 grams of baking powder, and also 4 grams of soda, bicarbonate soda. Okay. And then we have the essence. So we use pineapple essence and vanilla essence. So we add that. And then I already had made caramel, because that's a little laborious. So I got it done a long time back, and I make large quantity and then I store it in the fridge. So this is caramel. Okay, so these are the ingredients. So let's go to making of the batter now. Okay, so first we are going to beat the icing sugar and ghee with a hand mixer. So we'll just beat this and we'll show you how it needs to look before we start adding egg. We added icing sugar and ghee, and we need to beat until you see a shiny texture. I don't know if you are able to see the shiny texture, you see? Yeah. So until it, you see the shiny texture, and then we will start adding egg. When you are adding egg, you have to be very cautious. You can't add all at the same time. You need to add like one egg at a time. Otherwise, it become like a curd. So please don't let that happen. Add egg one by one and beat it until this batter becomes more shiny, yellowish and shiny. Okay, it's done. So now it's time to add other ingredients. So here it is. Okay, so after we have beaten icing sugar, ghee and egg, do not turn on the hand mixer because we are going to add the flour. Yeah. This is already, we have already sieved and kept it ready. So you need to sieve it at least 3 times so that you get a fluffy cake. Okay, so now we are going to add the flour. Okay, so just mix with the hand. Okay, so this is almost done. So when you sieve the flour, make sure that you add the soda, baking powder and salt as well. Yeah. So those ingredients also has been already added and mixed. Now let's add the other ingredients. So you can add the nutmeg powder, then the garam masala, then cake seed. Okay, let's mix it a little bit. Okay, so this is done. Okay. And we will add the fruits. Now we will add the essence. Okay, so this is how it's going to look before we add essence and the caramel. You see it? Okay, so yeah, we are going to add the pineapple and the vanilla essence. Maybe 3/4 should be fine. Yeah. Let's mix this as well. So it's done. Now we will add the final ingredient, which is the caramel. So that's the caramel. So add very little and then check the color and add more if required. We will add a little more. Okay, we have added the caramel. Now it is ready. If you need it to be a little more dark, you can add more caramel. But we have just stopped when it is light brown. If you want to bake a plain cake, you can avoid adding fruits, and you can also avoid adding the caramel. Then you'll have a nice plain sponge cake for the kids. Kids may not like plum cake, so for the kids, my sister's kids, they don't like plum cake, so we always make sponge cake for them. Before we add the fruits and caramel, we take some batter for them. Even my sister, she also doesn't like plum cake. Anyway, so this batter is now ready to bake. So once it is done, you need to taste and see if everything is okay. So I'm going to taste. Okay, you can taste, nothing will happen. Good job. It's nice. Sugar is fine. The salt that we added is perfect. It's adding to the taste. It's very nice. So the recipe is from my family and from my husband's family. And my mother's name, I have to mention this. Her name is Mary V. Morris. Yeah, so she passed on this recipe to me, and here we are going to bake a very yummy plum cake. Okay, so that's it. So set the oven to 180 to 200 degrees, preheat it 20-30 minutes, and then you can bake the cake. So, yeah, just a small tip. Before you pour the batter, please grease it with ghee, little bit of ghee. Okay, and then you can pour the batter. Another tip is, if you want the cake to last long, that is without putting it in the fridge, if you want it to last long, then you have to avoid water. So when you're using a spoon, when you're using a bowl, make sure the spoon and the bowl and everything is dry. Okay, so now we will pour batter and put it for bake. Okay, so I've poured the batter in the tray, and now we will put it in the oven. So my oven is already ready. It's been preheating for like 10-15 minutes. So we can put it now. Okay, so our cake is done. You must be wondering what happened to that big piece there. We ate it. Yeah, so the flavor and the aroma was so nice, we couldn't resist. As soon as it was baked, we took it out and we cut a very big piece and we ate it. When we say we, it is Kuttu and Kuttu. Okay, so I'm going to cut another piece of cake just to show you how soft it is. Okay? cut. Okay. So here is the yummy plum cake. Oh my god, I can't wait to eat it. Very soft, very fluffy. I don't know, it gets better and better every day. It's so nice. Okay, just another thing. So today you must maybe seeing it little dry, but it's actually not dry. It's really nice. But if you keep it for a day or two, my god, the cake will just melt in your mouth. It's really yum. So if you want to give it as a gift to someone or cut for a birthday, I would suggest that you bake the cake 1 or 2 days before, and then when you cut it, it's going to be so nice, and when you taste it also, it's going to be really very nice. I'm going to take another bite. Thank you, mommy. Thank you, grandpa, and thank you, papa. With Henry papa. What if you want, you can take. It's okay, take. No. Oh, really good. Try my recipe, and if you like it, I'm sure you're going to love it. If you love it, please post your comments in the comments section, and if you want me to give you another recipe of another classic dish, please let me know. So thank you so much for watching my video. Please do come back. Thank you.